So the last question, and thank you for your answer there. I think the productization of Agile, by the way, is a great topic. There's a lot to dig deep in there. But as I said, the next question is, do you have any gut feel, any inclination, ideas as to what the next big thing in the Agile world will be? For good or for bad? What do you think that next big thing might be?
I notice now that the product team seems to be a popular thing, but it's not really something new. It's just repackaging.
This is
And
is this product team with, is this Marty Kagan's
yeah,
stuff?
yeah, that seems to be more and more popular. And it's just, but it's, yeah, it's repackaging it. It's not really that much different. And there are also issues with that, etc. I don't really see that as some kind of improvement. It's just different explanation of the same thing. Besides that, I don't know. It seems like we, as a Bus mentioned, or Craig mentioned quite a few times, I believe, I agree very much with that, is that if we would simply focus on actually doing what we teach and actually making that happen, that will make a huge difference already. Stuff that was invented in 2000 before with XP and original ideas of Scrum, etc. I mean, it's not, we are not really adopting that widespread. I mean, the waterfall thinking is still very very common. And it used to be very common in a literal sense, like waterfall thinking, and now it's repackaged in a nonsense like a safe, etc., which doesn't really introduce anything. It's the same waterfall thinking. It's just repackaged with the agile jacket. In other words, if we would just do what we laid out already for such a long time, that would be actually a big next step.
I don't know if this will work as a metaphor, but it's like they've put waterfall into a big bottle, so it's easy to sell. But if you take the lid off and pour it, it's still a waterfall.
Yeah.
I don't know if that works at all. But what you were saying, and my mind went off thinking about how could you package a waterfall. Um, Victor, thank you very much for that, and I do sincerely hope that we do deliver on some of the initial promise. I do wonder, perhaps some of it is, I was going to say academic research. Maybe I'm putting too much faith in academic research. But you look at coaching as an individual coaching 20 years ago, it was still, as I understand it, in a pre theory type stage. There were some brilliant people who were involved at that point, and we did a ton of research and they proved what worked and what didn't work and proved that there is value in coaching. And now it's a huge industry, bigger than it ever was before. And I don't think we've ever really had it to that extent of the agile world. Proper peer reviewed, researched academic articles, research on the practices which we espouse. We work on gut feel, and as a consequence, it's very easy to challenge gut feel with some slick marketing. It's harder when and it's underpinned by a constant dribble or stream of academic research into the area. And I really hope that at some point, I'm not saying that I'm going to do this, but at some point we put a bit more academic rigor into some of the stuff we've been doing all these years.
Yeah, one thing which I learned from through this call now and very much find interesting is the fact that there is a lots of research and all kinds of things, such as, for example, about team coaching, etc., which we as a community can benefit from it a lot,
Hmm.
which is hasn't been developed in our community but outside developed and generally are known. Yeah, that triggers me quite a lot actually to explore that more.